we are going to work on a arrangement for one of the sororities. It's going to be a little different than anything you've ever seen. So we're just going to do this together. When you come on, tell us hello. Tell us how you're doing today. Tell us where you're from. We love to know that. So we are live on both YouTube and Facebook. And so when you come on, please talk to us. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us how your day has been today. Tell us what you're thankful for. So this month I want us to talk about the things we're thankful for. And so we're going to have kind of a running theme. If you don't mind, we'd love to know what you're thankful for. Victoria is here with me. Y'all forgive me. I'm gonna get over this cold, but so I have to sniff. I apologize. Victoria's here with me, so talk to us, ask us questions, all the things, because it makes this so much more fun to do when we can talk. But she is going to be able to read any of the questions you might have. So we are going to work with a large container that was brought to us. This is actually a container that is lifted up on an angel, which is quite interesting, isn't it? It's kind of a stand that has an angel. Now they do not bring us the angel because she's big and she's heavy, but this container actually sits right on top of that angel stand. And often we have done this arrangement probably 2 or 3 times. This might be our 3rd time. Last year she asked that we just do foliage in this container. It's going to be in the entryway at the sorority house. And so last year I actually did it on the live about the same time. It was for homecoming last year at Mississippi State. And what we did was that we filled the inside with curly willow branches, and then we filled it with water, and then we just added lots of foliage. Well, this year, instead of filling it with branches or with something, we decided to fill it with an arrangement. I'm going to lift my arrangement out of here. Now what I did was we just took a piece of fresh floral foam and we wrapped it, I don't know if you can see it, but I wrapped it with just some Spanish moss. It just sits right down into this container. We will add a little bit of water to the bottom of the reservoir. We just took it and added a little bit of eucalyptus. These are tea leaves that are in a pretty burgundy color. We have a little bit of painted thistle, but we kind of just did a little creative arrangement, and we're going to drop it right down into this container. And again, I'm going to add a little bit of water to the reservoir, so this will last for quite some time because it's just pretty foliage. It's just mixed foliage. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of pine cones. These are just some pretty large, pretty pine cones. And I'm going to lift up my greenery, and I'm just going to nestle these little pine cones just right into this container. It's just kind of filling it up and giving some interest to this container. I don't know if you could see it very well, but it's just kind of, it's almost its own little, what do you call them? Why did my mind just go blank? It's almost like a apothecary jar where they planted the plants. Anyway, it's just a fun little arrangement made down into the jar. Now here's where the really fun part comes in, is we are going to add an arrangement on top. So this is just a plastic lummy dish. It actually will hold a pretty good amount of water. It's got a pretty good lip, and we have taped down some fresh floral foam. Now this fresh floral foam has been soaked. It doesn't look like it, but it has been. Some lady fussed at me the other day and said, I know you're using styrofoam. I promise I would not tell you a fib. I will never tell you any fibs when it comes to what I'm using as mechanics. This is fresh floral foam. It's called Thirsty Foam, and it's made by Ludwig. The company is Ludwig. And so the color is a little lighter when it fills with water. I have taped it down really, really well, so it's not going to go anywhere, and we will fill the reservoir when we get it in place. The really nice part about making this arrangement in 2 different pieces is, number one, it's not so darn heavy that you can't carry it, because it can get so heavy. So that's really nice. And number 2, it can be delivered in 2 different pieces, and if they decided they didn't want this piece on top, this can be taken off, all the things.
You have lots of hellos.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Donna Coker on YouTube is watching from South Carolina. She says, glad to be seeing you live. I'm thankful for a new grandson being born in December.
Congratulations. I know you are so excited to have that stinky baby boy here. Oh, boys are wonderful. Congratulations to you. I know that's a wonderful blessing to your family.
Miss Donna Chamberlain Gribbons on Facebook says, I am thankful for my grandson and his baby brother due in February.
Oh.
My daughter has had 7 miscarriages and 2 stillborn daughters, so Bennett is a blessing, and we pray his brother continues to grow and arrives healthy and happy. Things look good so far. She has made it to 26 weeks.
Well, we will say a prayer. We will certainly lift you and your family and your daughter and this precious baby boy up in prayer. And we know God is good all the time, and we will certainly pray for you. All right, so what I've done here is I just laid a little bit of the moss on the edge because the edge isn't beautiful, so I'm just kind of covering the edge. There is no worry, it's not going to look so mossy once I start getting our foliage in. Now, this arrangement is not going to have flowers. They did not want flowers, so it's not going to have flowers. We're just going to have pretty foliages.
Dana Korn says, hello from San Antonio. Rough day recovering from knee replacements surgery, I believe, and so thankful for your video to keep my mind off pain.
Oh, I'm so sorry, friend. You're not feeling well today, but I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for watching. So we're going to start out with some Robellini foliage. So Robellini is a type of palm. It's a lacy palm. I really like it a whole lot. But we're going to start out with just a little bit of palm. Again, when this arrangement is at the sorority house, it is going to be lifted up. So it's going to be much higher than it looks here. It kind of looks a little squatty, but it will not look that way once it's in place.
Miss Rhea Norman says, hold on, let me find it. Oh, she's thankful for the love of her best friend and husband Mark, who she met when she was in school.
Aww.
She says 39 years later, we are still here. And she also says she's also thankful for her wonderful boys, Harris and Harvey, and not forgetting her baby cats, Billy and Eric.
What beautiful blessings. Thank you, Rhea, for telling us about your blessings. I know that life is wonderful with all those sweet babies. Okay, so I'm just going all the way around and adding this Robellini.
Miss Mary Lou on YouTube asks, how are you feeling today? You sound much better.
Oh, I'm feeling so much better. Now, I'm very congested. Lots of congestion. And you know, I don't take medicine well, meaning any kind of antihistamine or anything like that. So I don't take that because it makes me feel so bad. I don't know why it makes me feel so bad, but I feel great. I'm just having to get over all of the drainage and all that really fun jazz. But I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for asking.
Miss Levine Vasquez asks, She's watching from Lubbock, Texas, and she's asking, what will you be making today?
So this is an arrangement that is going to go to one of the sorority houses here in town. So they are getting ready for homecoming this weekend at Mississippi State. And they have a large entry table that they have. So the sororities, I don't think you call them a mascot. What do you call them? It's not a mascot, is it? Anyway, it's an angel. This sorority, they're, I don't know what you call it, but I was never in a sorority, so correct me. Y'all tell me what it is. But it's an angel, and so they have a large statue type container that holds this vase. That is an angel. She's a beautiful angel. And so we are doing an all foliage arrangement to sit on top of that angel in the entryway. I don't think you can have an angel as a mascot. Does a mascot need to be alive? I don't know. I'm weird. Okay, I apologize for my strangeness.
No. I don't know anything about
I
sororities,
know
so
nothing,
I'm no
y'all.
help.
So y'all have to correct us if we're wrong, because Victoria and I were neither in a sorority, and Callie was, but she's not here. Callie just left. Okay, so we have our Robellini all the way around. Next, we're going to come in with some spiral eucalyptus. Spiral eucalyptus, baby blue euc. It is the taller version of eucalyptus. Eucalyptus comes in lots of different varieties. When you think of eucalyptus, and that was strange. Oh, they're calling the phone. When you think of eucalyptus and the different varieties, when you think of that fragrance of euc, this is the eucalyptus that you're thinking of. This has very heavy fragrance, really sappy. It's sticky when you go to strip off the foliage. And so it gets your hands really sticky. Like, it's hard to clean it off. So I'm just going to take this eucalyptus and tuck it throughout the top.
Miss Rhea says, when I first met my husband Mark, my cousin said it would never last as I'm hard work. She says, after 39 years, I still remind him what he said.
Because you're hard work. Yeah, I bet Jason says that too. He's never said it to my face. Am I hard work, honey? He's shaking his head, yes. You're sure I'm hard work?
Oh, yeah.
Miss Margaret Lynch says, OMG, my favorite, all greenery. I just love it.
Oh, thank you, Miss Margaret. Miss Margaret, I said a prayer for you and for your sweet friend's family. Miss Margaret lost a dear friend this week.
Miss Brenda Johnson says, ooh, I love this. I'm just now joining you.
Hello, Miss Brenda. Thank you for being here.
Cece Hubbard says, hello from Maryland.
Hello, Cece. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's see.
Gaetana Didiasi says, thankful for having had wonderful parents that taught me to be a good person. Miss them so much and want to honor them today on All Souls Day.
So yes, today is All Souls Day, isn't it? I think that's the neatest holiday. I think that would be such a wonderful celebration of life. I think that's a wonderful way to celebrate those that you love.
Thelma says, I love the idea of a small planetarium and another arrangement on top. It's looking really nice.
Thank you so much. Well, that one lost all his leaves, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's interesting. When I was a little girl, my grandmother had a large jar, kind of similar to this, and she would grow different plants in it. And I used to think that that was the most beautiful thing in the whole world. And I thought that little fairies must live in that jar with all those little plants in the little forest. That sounds so silly, but it was very romantic thinking when I was a little girl. And I cannot get one to live to save my life. I can't get them to stay pretty and live.
Miss Miss Vicky Conley says, love your work. Congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you, friend. Thank you so much. It's hard to believe it's been 18 years. 18 years. Micah Thomas was 6 weeks old when we opened the flower shop. He was a tiny little guy. And I might have been a little crazy. But it's been neat to see every year, the older he gets, the older the flower shop is. And so it's really kind of been, it's been a fun measuring tool to see. All right, so I've got my eucalyptus in place. So you can see it's just kind of a wild greenery arrangement. Next, we're going to come in with, okay, so these are tea leaves, and they come in this really pretty deep burgundy color. So we're going to tuck these in.
I forget that Mike is 18.
I know,
That
right?
He turned 18.
Yes.
In my brain, he's still 16.
He's just a baby, huh? I said to Jason, I think I've probably already said this on the video. I said to Jason the other day, I said, I just can't believe Micah's a senior. Can you believe he's a senior? We've had him a while. Okay, yes. We have had him a while. So I'm just taking these leaves and I'm cutting them at an angle.
Miss Dorothy asks, where can I get the angel that you used? It was a wooden angel, and what's the price of it?
I tell you, we do have some available here at the shop. And we don't have them on our website, but we do have them available, and we can get them loaded on the website, or you could just say, Monty, I want an angel. And I think the large angel, so they come in 2 different sizes. I'll have to measure them to tell you the sizes.
I know the bigger one was about 12 inches tall and like around 6.5 inches, or 6.6 1/4 inches wide.
And then the smaller one it's not a whole lot smaller, is he?
No, I didn't measure that one.
The larger one is 25. Is it 20 or 25? I think the larger one is 25 and the smaller one is 18, I believe. So I'm just taking these leaves and I'm going all the way through this arrangement. You can see it's just those pretty leaves tucked in.
Allison says, yes, happy birthday, flowers by the bunch. The shop can vote now. On YouTube, Miss Donna says, breathe in that eucalyptus to help your nose.
Yes, yes.
Miss Melanie Gomez on YouTube says, happy anniversary. December is our 19th. Amazing how time flies.
Wow, 19 years. Congratulations. Yes, I tell you, you just blink. You just blink and your babies are grown and you're all the things. It's so hard to believe.
Miss Anita Green says, hi everyone. One of my elementary teachers had a terrarium in her classroom. I thought it was wonderful.
Wasn't it wonderful? But I tell you, I've just never been really good at growing them. I don't know why. I guess I just need to find the perfect spot for it. A lot of my problems are with plants is not finding their perfect spot. You know, some things just are particular about where they want to be.
Miss Tisha said she sprinkled the video.
Thank you so much for sprinkling this video. Thank you, thank you. So what it means to sprinkle a video is to share it. And the more you share it, the more we grow. So thank you, thank you, thank you, friend, for doing that.
Miss Dorothy asks, can I message you on Facebook to order it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just message me and put your phone number. We'll contact you. We'll give you a call in the morning if that's okay. Okay, so this is just some mixed eucalyptus. So I'm just taking it and tucking it in.
Miss Brenda, I may have asked this. She asks, is this all dry or is it live?
It's fresh. It's all fresh foliage.
Gaetana says, love wild, bold designs. I have a punch bowl that I have never used that is that exact size. I think I just found a use for it.
Girl, make it wild and crazy. It's so much fun. And I tell you, the wonderful part about something like this is it lasts so much longer. You know, as long as you'll keep water in it, foliage will last forever. Y'all, at the 4th of July, didn't we have a birthday party, Victoria, for Mama and them? The end of July, we had a birthday party, and I had 2 large leaves that were the Aurelia leaves. They are still in a bottle sitting on my windowsill since July the 30th. And they are still just as pretty as if I just took them out of the cooler. It is the craziest thing. Like, they have not, their edges are not crispy. They're just as pretty. I've never seen anything like it. So if you keep it well watered, it will last. It will last a long time. Longer than you ever expected.
Miss Rhea Norman says, I've just realized I'm always eating when I watch you. Today she's eating a warm mince pie with thick double cream.
Look at you. Yummy, yummy.
Sweetbriar says, I think this year it'll be 16 years for her shop.
Sweetbriar, 16 years, so we're right in there. It's been a fun ride, I'll tell you. I don't know what I would have done. I have so thoroughly enjoyed it. I love what I do.
Dawn Miller says hello. She says the arrangement is beautiful.
Hey, sweet Dawn Miller. How are you, my friend? Okay, next we're going to come in with some thistle. So we have this painted thistle. And y'all, I just want to tell you how long thistle lasts. Like, I think, how long have we had this in the cooler? 3 weeks? Is this 3 weeks old?
I think so.
So first of all, thistle is long lasting anyway. But now, y'all, this painted thistle is the longest lasting I have ever seen. Like, it looks as if we just got it in. This came from Budsy, and it has been painted. They came in lots of fall colors. We only ordered the maroon because we use a lot of maroon. This holds up out of water, and it looks like a pretty dried material. It has been amazing. So let me say, if you can ever get your hands on painted thistle, especially for the fall, it'll last forever and ever and ever.
Ooh, sorry.
Did we go dark again?
Yeah, sorry.
It goes dark so fast. Give us just a second over on YouTube, guys. I hate that camera. That's not nice. I should not hate things. That was not nice.
We're back.
Are we back? That was quick, though.
Yes. Gaetana says, when you have passion for what you do, it does not feel like work.
It certainly doesn't, Gaetana. It certainly doesn't.
Miss Talee, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. She says, love this arrangement. Looks very tropical. Love those red tea leaves and palm. Hello from New Jersey.
Hello, friend. Hello, hello. So glad you're here.
Allison says this is going to be a wonderful statement piece in their entry.
Isn't this fun, Allison? It's so much fun.
Miss Dawn asks, can you show how you finish the handle of the bride's bouquet?
Miss Dawn, that lady picked that arrangement up and before I could get that done. So I do have another one of those bouquet holders that I will do a video for you. So I just gave it to her without anything wrapped on it because he walked in and said, I came to pick up the flowers, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, here they are. So I did not add any ribbon or anything to it. You know, I had finished off the back side. It did look pretty. I don't think that there was, I mean, they won't know the difference, but I will do that on another bouquet holder just for you.
Sai says, foliage makes every arrangement so much better. I love greenery. I am pretty sure it is my love language. Sai says, I love picking out foliage more than picking flowers most of the time.
I agree. I completely agree. I think foliage really, really, really does make an arrangement. I have done some weddings, and I thought, and they came in and said, no foliage. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this will be pretty. Now, if you told me I could do all foliage, then I knew it would be pretty. But I don't know. It's hard to do an arrangement with no foliage. So this is a wax flower, and it is a tinted wax flower. Now, it is not maroon. It's kind of in a reddy tone. But I felt like it's really a pretty fall, and I think it'll blend beautifully.
Patty Bragwell says, yes, ma'am. I'm sure you enjoy what you do because it definitely shows
Aw.
in everything you create.
I do love what I do. I tell you, I don't know how I got so lucky. I was actually saying that to Victoria just a minute ago. I said, I don't know what I did. I said, but Victoria, I am blessed to have you. But I tell you, I don't know how in the world I could get so lucky as to find something that I absolutely love. This had not been my goal. I had not necessarily, I had not even thought that I wanted to be an artist when I grew up. I was going to be a teacher, a special education teacher. I had a learning disability and school was hard, and I thought, I'm going to teach children who have the same learning disability that I had. And I got to college, and my mother says, please take one of these floral design classes. I think you'll really like it. Well, she was right. I really liked it. And once I took that first class, I was hooked. And floral design was what I was going to do. And so I can't imagine doing anything different. It has been a wonderful blessing for our family, a wonderful blessing for me, for all of us. We've been able to take care of our children, raise our children in this little flower shop, and I can't imagine doing anything different.
Miss Catherine Farrington says, just joining, this is beautiful. What is it for? And Miss Pat Griffin asks if this is for a client.
So this is for a client. This is for one of the sororities out at Mississippi State. It is going to go in their entry for homecoming, and they asked for an all foliage arrangement, which is few and far between. We don't get those often. And so this is going to go right in their entryway with just lots of beautiful foliage.
Michelle Daniels says, hello, so excited. I'm finally catching a live. It looks very nice.
Hello, friend. So glad you caught us live. Thank you for watching.
Mary from Petal Rose says, I'm here for the foliage arrangement.
So wait, Mary. Yes. This is one of our kind of arrangements, right, Miss Mary? Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess. Now, because I took some pine cones down in our jar, I thought that I would take and nestle some pine cones kind of deep, just to give us a little texture, and they'll certainly last forever, right? So I have this sweet neighbor who has pine cones that fall in her yard, and she is very thankful for anybody that will pick those up. So I am like, I'm happy to pick up your pine cones, my friend. And so that's what we do, is we go and pick up pine cones out of the neighbor's yard. And she has really great pine cones. They're really nice. And so let me show you how I'm going to attach them to a pick.
Miss Rhea Norman says, I watch on YouTube and message on Facebook. I get to see you from 2 different angles.
From all the angles. Okay, I'm going to slide this guy over so you might see my face. Here I am. Okay, I'm going to take a long florist wire. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pine cone and I'm going to lay that wire right into those bristles of the pine cone. And I am just going to come all the way in, work it in, and then twist. Twist that wire right on the inside of that pine cone, just like that. So I've got a long wire. I'm going to take a Coe wood pick. Now you could take, if you don't have a green wood pick, these are not necessary. You can certainly take a bamboo skewer. You could take even a stem from a flower that you've used, okay? I'm going to take that wire and I'm just going to wrap it right around that wood pick. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I need to pierce this into that foam. So when we go to move this guy, all my pine cones don't roll away. So I just took that and I'm just nestling him. Just push him right down into that arrangement. Just nestle him right in. And he's just tucked right there. It's kind of hard to see, but he's tucked in there. Now what that's going to do is just give us a little bit of a texture. And I love a pine cone. Now these pine cones are actually left over from last year, so they don't bite like new pine cones do. Pine cones tend to have a little bit of a barb and they bite. But as they've dried out, they're not quite as prickly, which is always nice.
Allison says, oh my word, I would love to have those big pine cones.
So you don't have large pine cones like this. Isn't that funny how different every place is?
Miss Marianne asks if you do anything to treat the pine cones.
I don't. These were just collected out of the yard and they've actually been just sitting in a bucket out in the storage building. We pick them up every year around this time and we use them a lot in wreaths and we use them in different arrangements. We use them a lot in the winter time.
Miss Glenda Vickers says, I love every arrangement you create, but this makes my heart and soul peaceful and happy.
Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you.
Miss Rolene Brown says, hello from Indiana and so glad to catch you live. Still recovering from knee replacement, but doing much better. Beautiful arrangement.
Oh, so glad you're doing well. I'm so glad to hear that. We've had several knee replacements, hadn't we? Gosh, I know that can't be easy.
Nicole says, I love watching you design. You should give us a shop tour sometime.
We will do that. We are actually working on getting the flower shop ready for a Christmas open house. So our little community does a Christmas open house usually the second weekend in November. I don't know if it's really the second weekend in November. Anyway, it's going to be not this Sunday, but next. I'm not sure I'm going to do the citywide open house. We may wait and do ours just during the week. I prefer to do it during the week while we're open instead of coming in on a Sunday and waiting on people to come because we often don't sell very much on a Sunday. And I prefer to go to church and do all the family things on Sundays. And so I don't love to do an open house on a Sunday. So we will likely have our open house during the week, which will be in a week or so. And so we will do a tour and we may do door prizes and we'll even do door prizes with you guys. I think that'll just be fun and we might do a open house on our Shopify website so that, and we'll add door prizes and different things. We may just have a big time with a virtual Christmas open house.
Miss Margaret Lynch asks, were the pine cones opened or did you have to put them in a hot place?
They were, these were left over from last year, Miss Margaret, and so it wasn't this Miss Margaret who asked this question. Mm-hmm. So they just opened over time. These were actually, we always just drop them. I fill up a bucket or two this time of year, and so these were just left over. They were actually, I think these were upstairs in the attic, and we just brought them down to reuse them this season.
Sweetbriar says, my flower farmer friend brought me those pine cones to use. They're from a certain pine tree, but I don't know the name.
Huh.
Val Lynch says, lovely arrangement. Retired now, but 70 years since I started my training here in New Zealand. I still do St. Mark's Anglican Church in Carterton, New Zealand, and family weddings. I am truly blessed.
Oh, I know you are. Isn't it wonderful? It's so wonderful to be able to create and touch beautiful things. All right, so there's our pine cones tucked in. They're kind of hard to see, but they're just nestled in, and so they kind of just match. We just wanted to kind of mirror what we've done down in the bottom. But I think it's going to be beautiful once we lift this arrangement up on the angel stand. I think it'll be so lovely. Now the foliages that we use today include Robellini palm, which is our frilly palm branches. I used my mind just so goes blank, and I just love it. I love it. I used spiral eucalyptus or baby blue eucalyptus. We used a thistle, but our thistle is a painted thistle. And it's really great. I'm loving the thistle. We used the tea leaves, which are a beautiful burgundy. I used some wax flower. This is a tinted wax flower. Wax flower does not truly come in this beautiful autumn color. It is tinted, but I love it. It makes me happy. And then we used a gunite euc. And I think that's what we used. And then I added some pine cones tucked in there. But I think that it really is so pretty. I agree with some of you ladies that I love a all foliage arrangement. I think that it's one of the prettier arrangements that you can make. And the fact that it lasts so long is even better.
On YouTube, Fiona Murray says, beautiful textures and hues. Love the arrangement from fellow florists.
Thank you, friend. Thank you so much.
Miss Betty asks, where is Osa? I haven't seen him in a while. Love my Osa.
Osa, well, it's beautiful today. And so he was in early because it was really cold this morning. Like he stayed in overnight. He spent the night inside. And so while it was really cold this morning, like when we got to work this morning, I think it was like 32 degrees. And so he was inside for a long time this morning. And once it started warming up in the afternoon, he was like, I got to go outside. And y'all, he was dusting in the driveway. So he came in and he looked like a little brown cat because he was so dusty. But that's where he is I believe he's outside in the warm. I promise I'll take a picture and post him. So that, I don't know, did you see the picture I posted earlier where I had the balloons for our 18th birthday? If you saw that picture, Osa was sitting at my feet. And he was playing with the balloon. So I thought that was the cutest picture. So that's the picture that I posted. But yes, he's here. I promise. He's not gone anywhere. He's bossing us around.
Donna Coker on YouTube says, Safari Sunset would be pretty also. This one is fabulous.
Yes. So, my wholesaler, or Donna at Budsy, did not have any Safari. Safari would have been perfect in it. But we didn't have any in, and Budsy didn't have any. So it worked out great, though, that my tea leaves came in that pretty burgundy. I was excited that those came in that pretty color.
Carter Holland says, hope you are feeling better today.
Thank you, Carter. I am so much better. I don't sound great, but I feel so much better. I'm actually getting ready. Micah Thomas is playing his very first soccer game of the season in high school. And so this is his very last soccer game. His first soccer game. Is that what I'm supposed to say? His first high school soccer game. That's kind of sad. That hurts my heart a little bit. But my boy is going to play some soccer tonight, so I'm going to have to. I made chili. I put chili in the crock pot. So I'm going to go home and eat my chili, and then I'm going to put on enough clothes for 4 people so that I can sit on the soccer field and watch that baby play ball. So I'm excited to see him. He's a little excited. He's been funny. He's not my child that's ever excited about anything. Owen's more excited than Micah, I would say. Wouldn't you say that, Victoria? It depends. Owen's so dry-witted. He's so weird. My children are strange. They're nothing like their mother when it comes to excitement. Like, I'm so excited. And Micah's like, yay. And I'm like, oh, okay. But he was telling Victoria about it last night. So I say that's kind of exciting. Huh?
Miss Marianne Covert asks, will this be sitting under a ceiling light that would highlight all the depth of the foliage?
I believe so. Actually, I'm going to go with Jason tomorrow and put this arrangement in place so that I can take a picture for you, because it's going to make so much difference when you see it in its home than it does here in the shop. So I will take it and put it in place and take a picture for you. Did Owen post that new video for YouTube today?
He was working on it, but I don't know if he got it done.
Okay, so it may go up tomorrow. I'm not sure, but if you will check out YouTube, Owen will post it here in Facebook. But over on YouTube, we've got a new video getting ready to go up. Now, it is an arrangement that's also going to the sorority that I did in a large white vase. And so it will, it's going to reflect a lot of these same types of foliages, but it does have fresh flowers in it. So you will, we have that video that's going to go live over on YouTube, and I'm not sure if it'll be today or tomorrow, but we will have that posted for you guys to go watch it.
A lot of people saying it's beautiful. You have a lot of birthday wishes for our shop.
Thanks guys. And let me tell you, I don't know if you saw this, but we are having a birthday sale. Flowers by the Bunch 18th birthday sale. Victoria posted over on our Shopify. We are going to, if you will use the promo code,
it's Happy 18.
Happy's
in all caps.
All caps, Happy 18. You're going to get 18% off everything on our Shopify website. And if you come into the flower shop, you will get the same 18% off store-wide, excluding flowers and plants. And so, if anybody's interested in shopping, you're going to get a birthday discount. But be sure to put in the promo code Happy, all caps, 18.
Yes, and I believe you put that in at checkout.
At checkout. Okay, and you'll see the link where underneath the balloons with OSA, you'll see that link, and just remember to put the promo code in, Happy 18.
Yep. All right.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for always supporting us and loving us. We cannot imagine life without each and every one of you. Do me a great big favor over on Facebook. Be sure to sprinkle this video. If you are watching this video after the live, you're not going to see that little red button up in the corner. Please put hashtag replay and tell us what you're thankful for. We want to know. Over on YouTube, thanks for watching. Thanks, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you would. And if you guys on Facebook haven't followed us over there or subscribed to our channel over there on YouTube, check us out over there. We do videos, 3 to 4 times a week there. Guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much.